Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Well, this is one ragged tropical storm, we can tell you that. It's been difficult all day long to even find the center of this storm system. They think they see it at the hurricane center as they send out their reconnaissance aircraft, and then they find other little vortices floating around out there. So difficult to say. We think we found a general circulation from one of the Hurricane Hunter aircraft, and the fix is at 27-0 north and 87-0 west if you're following it. Forecast motion continues north-northeast at about 16. It's going to pick up forward speed as we head into the afternoon. It is really enveloped in a lot of upper-level shear, and that's really going to prevent any strengthening. Forecast theory on eventual landfall pretty much remains unchanged. Track shifted a little bit to the left. 50-mile-an-hour winds. Probably will lose some intensity before making landfall as it gets encapsulated in those strong upper level winds. Then it's out of here after that. After tonight, I think it moves on out. But between now and about 5, 6 o'clock, that's the time that we'll watch most carefully for the heaviest of the rainfall, as well as the potential for some severe weather as well. If you take a look at this enhanced satellite view, you can see this massive cluster of bright red cloud tops. That is the big rain showers that are still out in Gulf waters. You can see all of these showers down to the south, gradually lifting to the north. And in fact, if you take a look at this, it may look like everything kind of stops right here. But if I put my hand here and overlay the satellite imagery, you can see there's still more showers to come. So the radar beam just doesn't reach far enough out. And in fact, what you see here, these bright white rippled cloud tops, an indication of some strong thunderstorm activity, and the radar is really not seeing it as well as it might, or it would light up the radar a little brighter. So all of this has to pass on through before we start to see a little bit of clearing, and that'll probably won't take place till tomorrow. Steady rain across the region for the remainder of the afternoon into the evening hours. And with that rain embedded within it, some periods of some heavier rainfall certainly possible. Wind speeds also something to consider, because with the wind speeds becoming onshore and rainfall amounts probably in excess of another 4 inches before it's all said and done, bringing our total rainfall in some locations over some of our catchment basins and streams approaching a foot. Why, we've got a lot of runoff to deal with. The runoff trying to go back out into Gulf waters, plus the winds coming onshore, could make for some localized coastal flooding, especially in Manatee County a little bit later this afternoon. Isolated tornadoes, small chance of that. That is a threat. 6 to 8 inch rainfalls today, that is certainly an issue. And 30 to 40 mile an hour sustained winds this afternoon along the coastline, particularly from about Longboat Key northward through Manatee County and around the mouth of Tampa Bay. That could lead to a 2 to 3 foot surge plus tide. And we have an unusually large astronomical high tide today. So the combination of the surge and the tide would put a 2 to 3 foot above ground level water over some of the low-lying areas in northern Manatee County along the coastline. So that could lead to some road floodings and some slosh over, especially if there's heavy rain accompanying it. It could be a problem. So we look at some of these wave heights, and you see some of the wave heights are significant, and our tide gauges right now are still running around 1.5 feet above predicted normal values for this time of year. And you can see these wind gusts coming in excess of 40 miles an hour with sustained winds in Manatee County along the northern Gulf Coast at between 30 and 40, plus wind gusts up to 50. You could definitely see some slosh over on some of the roadways there. Otherwise, I think most of us will stay below tropical storm force winds across the region. Rainfall accumulations, as I mentioned, a real issue. We've got some 3, maybe 4 inch rainfall still to deal with before everything starts settling down. So if you can stay indoors this afternoon, why not? It would be a really good idea. Southeast wind on open waters, though, will be brisk, especially as we head into the second half of the afternoon. Southeast at about 30 to even 50 knots, some predictions say, coming up to a 6 to 10 foot sea and extremely rough conditions. Need I say it? Stay in port. The 1 o'clock high tide is the one we'll be watching. 100% rain chance for the remainder of the afternoon. And then as we head into the next several days, we'll see a little bit more sunshine, but we'll still have a chance of stronger storms and perhaps even a good gully washer as well as we head into Wednesday. A little bit better conditions as we head into Friday and Saturday. Back to you.